Now it's time for our Life and Info segment. As the name suggests, we are going to be focusing on information useful for your everyday life, whether you live here in Korea or are watching us internationally. So starting today, let's start with some news that affects us here in Korea. Regulations that previously restricted the purchase of LPG cars for the general public here have been scrapped. And this is all in a bid to slash fine dust emissions in the country, and we hope it is successful. Seo Bo-bin with more.
Apart from taxis and rental cars, there are few LPG cars on Korea's streets. But starting today, the regulations restricting LPG car purchases have been abolished, and the general public will be able to buy the vehicles. It's expected that people switching over to LPG could help reduce fine dust emissions. Unrestricted purchases of LPG cars had been banned in the past due to propane supply issues, but as the fine dust crisis becomes increasingly unbearable, things have changed.
One of the issues was the limited supply of propane, therefore there was a need to import it and distribute it. But since the fine dust problem is such a serious issue, the government seems to have abolished the restriction for the best of the public.
With LPG car purchases becoming available to the public, drivers will have more options. Also, people who currently own a gasoline or diesel vehicle will be allowed to convert them into LPG as well. One of the causes of fine dust is nitrogen oxide emissions from vehicles. Diesel-powered cars emit the most at 0.56 grams per kilometer. LPG cars emit the least, just 0.006 gram per kilometer. So an uptick in the number of LPG cars on the streets should bring down fine dust levels.
In Japan in early 2000s, they had a no-diesel car policy and had vehicles convert to LPG. Since the modification is directly connected to fine dust, it could be an effective way to reduce emissions. And since switching to environmentally friendly cars is necessary, LPG cars are the most realistic option since they are cheap and LPG produces far less dirty emissions.
Seo Bo-bin, Arirang News.